Am I going to have to relive the pain? Am I going to have to feel the fear in my body? Am I going to have to go through something traumatic all over again to deal with it? I don't want to think about it. I'm just going to push it down in my body, and the unconscious mind is going to want to raise it for resolution. And if we don't, if we keep pushing it down and saying, I don't want to deal with it, sooner or later we get dis-ease. We get physical problems from our emotional stuff that we're not able to deal with. And it's very valid. So today I just wanted to touch on timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, Reiki, the modalities we can use to release these things from our body that are potentially unbalancing us in terrible ways, actually. We're storing them in our body. We're creating, let's go to the language of the body, our backs up against the wall. It's like a physical kick in the gut. Oh, I feel heartsick. I just don't want to think about, it sends my mind in a loop. And so our body manifests the very things that we're thinking, and we're not dealing with the root cause of what causes these things to start with. So a question that people might have is, am I going to have to relive these painful memories to release this stuff and to move on in life in a more positive way, and without the fear, without the anger, without the rejection of ourself? And so I just want to reassure you that if you delve into these modalities, one of the beautiful things about timeline therapy particularly is that you don't have to re-experience the trauma and the pain. And the reason this is because when we're dealing with the timeline, we're actually up above the timeline. We're not walking on the timeline. No. We're above the timeline. And because we're above the timeline, we can remain emotionally disassociated in our perspective. And it's like we're watching from afar. We're looking down on things that have happened in the past rather than sitting in them. And so we can keep the learnings, we can gain the learnings by observing what's happened in the past from a disassociated place. And we can let go of the emotions and that emotional charge. Now, a learning is about you and it's for you. It's not, I just learned that I engaged in a person that had negative energy and was a real butthead, to put it mildly. That's not a learning. A learning is something that's for you. It's about you. It's maybe something like, I am empowered, or I see the truth of the situation, and it was never about my dysfunction or my inability to feel love. I am a loving soul. I am a loving being. And all these type of thoughts, when we don't have them and then they come into our awareness, they're incredibly profound for us as individuals. And so timeline therapy becomes safe even for people with really difficult pasts. And the safety comes from the fact that we're in control the entire time. At any moment we can open our eyes. We're not somewhere, being controlled by the therapist or whatever. We're actually in control the entire time. We can speak, we can move, we can stop. So it's gentle, and it's always with the unconscious mind's permission. The unconscious mind has the blueprint for perfect health. It knows what programs it's running in an effort to keep us safe. And the unconscious mind is not being forced. It's actually with agreement going, finally we get to deal with this. We get to get the learnings. We get to change the programs we're running. And we get to let go of things that are no longer needed in our body. And so the unconscious mind is a willing partner, and permission is always granted before we do these therapies. And so it's empowering, it's healing, and there's no overwhelm. It's yeah, who doesn't want to feel the peace of healing, the peace of letting go of anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt that's stored in our body, the letting go of trauma, finding forgiveness, not just for other people, but for ourselves. And so, yeah, the answer is no, you don't have to relive your painful memories. And yes, it's very, very safe. So, if you would like to know more about these modalities that can be used in combination with each other, go to loveandlearnings.com and you can read more about my practice and how it can help you, even if you're a distance client, and in a very safe and supported manner. So, just like to wish you a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully